We recently sailed on board the Carnival Venezia for a week-long Western Caribbean cruise. Although we had not planned on cruising a second time on a Carnival Cruise Line ship, we were intrigued with this unique style of ship and thought we would give Carnival one more chance to win us over. So here we are. In this video, I will give you a detailed, organized tour of the Carnival Venezia and provide reviews and helpful hints along the way. We are going to start our tour at the lowest deck and work our way up to the top of the ship. But first, a little bit about this beautiful ship. The Venezia is now a Carnival Vista-class ship, but when she first made her debut in 2019, she was part of Carnival's sister brand, Costa Cruises. She became part of the Carnival fleet in March 2023 and had her first sailing as a Carnival ship in May of 2023. Her guest capacity is 4,208 guests based on double occupancy and has 1,278 crew members. She has 2,032 passenger cabins and 14 passenger decks. Let's talk elevators and stairwells for a moment, because this ship has a very unique setup, one I have never seen before in the 18 cruises I've been on. There are 3 stairwells on this ship, one forward, one midship, and one aft. As to the deck access, the map clearly shows which elevators access which decks. Blue marble columns by the elevators and architectural-themed artwork in the stairwells indicates you are at the forward stairwell. Red marble columns and artwork with people with masks indicates you are midship. Gold or goldish marble columns at the elevators and gondola boats themed artwork is in the aft stairwell. The elevators are smart elevators. That means you pick the floor you want to travel to on the keypad. Once your elevator car is assigned, you need to press the selection button for every member of your party. If you don't, then a car with room for only one person may arrive and it may not accommodate your entire group. Now, let's get this tour started. Here on Deck 0 forward. If you look at the ship maps outside the elevators, you will notice there is a Deck 0. Deck 0 forward is the location of the medical center. It is also the location of a gangway to access ports of call. This is the port side of the ship. There is also a Deck 0 with a gangway in the aft stairwell. Deck 1 and Deck 2 are entirely passenger cabins. Deck 2 has a unique cabin category called Cove Balcony Cabins. Since it is the type of cabin we booked and stayed in, I'm able to give you a quick peek at one of them. Maybe you will see why this cabin has earned the honor of being my favorite cruise ship cabin of all times. Elegantly decorated, large, and roomy. And the piece de resistance, the balcony. Though somewhat closed in, the close proximity to the water is the highlight of this cabin. The location of this cabin is particularly nice because there is no lifeboat above it. There are so many more things I can say, but I will save it for the cabin tour video. Let me know in the comment section below if you could see yourself in a cabin like this. Okay, back to our tour. Other than ocean view cabins, Deck 3 is a deck of public spaces. Our first stop is the area for young people ages 12 to 17. It is all the way forward, and to get there, we have to go up these steps and then down these steps. We could go right towards starboard side, but we are going to head port side and around. Circle C is for young people ages 12 to 14. The view from the door, and a view from the back of the room. Exiting Circle C and heading starboard, we come to Club O2, the area for young people ages 15 to 17. This is the view from the door. And here's another view, and another. Returning to the hallway, we head back towards the stairwell via the starboard side. Back at the stairwell, heading starboard at the elevator, we get a glimpse of the starboard hallway with passenger cabins. And turning right, we come to the guest services queue for Diamond, Platinum, and Faster to the Fun guests. The general queuing line is to the right of guest services. Moving further aft, we get our first glimpse of the gorgeous multi-level atrium, the Piazza San Marco. To the left is the starboard gangway. For our cruise, it was used for embarkation. This was the first view we had upon entering this beautiful ship. Before we get a better look at the Piazza San Marco, let's check out the Marco Polo restaurant just aft of this area. This dining room was used nightly for guests with scheduled dining times. It was also the location of lunch on sea days and the Dr. Seuss breakfast. Beautiful. Now it's time to get a closer look at Piazza San Marco. This area was a hub of activity with live entertainment, dancing, activities led by the cruise director and fun staff, and on the first formal night, the captain's welcome aboard toast. Also on the first formal night, there was the heralding trumpets announcing the entry of the masked entertainment staff coming to sing Nessun Dorma. Simply breathtaking in my opinion. I loved it. Continuing on around the piazza towards the forward stairwell again, we come to the excursions desk. There are restrooms to the left, the portside hallway for more ocean view cabins. And there is a handicap restroom to the right here. And with that, Deck 3 is complete and we head to Deck 4. Deck 4 is a deck of public spaces with the theater in the front and a dining room in the aft. Starboard and forward is the entrance to the Teatro Rosso, the Carnival Venezia theater. Inside to the left are the stairs up to the balcony on Deck 5. And forward and to the left is the bar that services this area. As you can probably tell, there is no stadium seating. Everything is flat. Sight lines are not optimal. Since we sat in these chairs here most nights, with frequent bar staff delivering drinks and scooters being able to sit in front of us, the view of the stage was not always that good. This is the view of this theater from the stage. The performers were talented and the shows were entertaining, but I would not say that they were exceptional. Exiting the theater from the port side and crossing through the elevators, we arrive at the middle level of the Piazza San Marco. On this deck, you will find some shops encircling the piazza. Starting on the starboard side is Dream Studio, where you can book specialty photo shoots. There is a hat, sunglasses, accessories type shop. Cherry on Top, the candy store. The Carnival logo shop. The shop that sells chains by the inch. And portside liquor. Heading aft on the port side of the Piazza San Marco overlook, we arrive at the Venezia Casino. I am not a gambler, so I do not spend time here. In fact, I avoided walking through here much of the time due to the smoke. In the center there is an enclosed overlook up to Deck 5 that we will see when we are up on Deck 5. For the non-smoker, there is a non-smoking casino. One way to get there is by exiting the casino here and turning right. Passing the midship stairs and elevators, another entry to the casino, and turning left at the end of the hallway. This room doesn't look very busy now because it's only 5 a.m., but it can get quite busy. As we leave the non-smoking casino, there is another entry point to the main casino. Exiting the casino, we head back towards the starboard side and turn right and find ourselves at the Heroes Tribute Bar. This lounge honors military personnel. Carnival supports various causes. St. Jude's Hospital is one of them, and Operation Homefront is another. You can bring home a souvenir glass, and Carnival will donate $1 of your purchase to Operation Homefront. After the Heroes Lounge, we pass through Park West Art Gallery and arrive at a very popular venue, the Limelight Lounge. This lounge was used mostly for the Punchliner comedy show, and we did attend a couple of the family-friendly shows during our cruise and found the comedians to be entertaining. Heading further aft, we pass some conference rooms and arrive at the aft stairwell and the entrance to the upper level of the Canal Grande restaurant. This dining room takes up space on decks 3 and 4 and is for guests with My Time dining. Sign in on the app when you are ready for dinner and they will alert you when your table is ready. There is plenty of seating options on either deck, but it is the seating on deck 3 that rivals all others, especially tables surrounding the focal point of this dining room. Your eyes do not deceive you. That is a gondola in the middle of the dining room. With the mural of the sky on the ceiling, the flower boxes, wrought iron railings, and this awesome gondola, you can almost imagine you are along the banks of the river in Venice, Italy. We were fortunate enough to get a table at the edge of this canal for dinner every evening by speaking with the hostess and requesting a reservation for the same table and same dining time on the first night of the cruise. Deck 3 also has stunning aft views, so whether you want a table by the gondola, in a quiet nook somewhere, or with sweeping aft views, check with the hostess the first night of the cruise. As for a review of this dining room, service was slow and inconsistent, but the food was very good. This dining room was also the location of the afternoon tea on sea days. And for our cruise, they still offered a lobster night. It is now time to head back to the front of the ship and begin our tour of Deck 5 from the front stairwell. Deck 5 is a mixture of inside and outside public areas with some exclusive Terrazza staterooms in the aft area. Heading starboard before entering the upper level of the Teatro Rosso Theater, there is one of the exit doors to the outside walkway, which we'll see a little bit later. As we enter the theater, to the left there are the stairs that access Deck 4. The tables and seating in front of the stairs up here look like they would be a good place to sit, but views of the stage are not very good from those tables. Sight lines to the stage are not much better up here than on Deck 4. Just not a well-designed theater in my opinion. Exiting the portside entrance to the Teatro Rosso, we cross over the forward stairwell and begin our tour of the upper level of the Piazza San Marco on the starboard side. Shops occupy Deck 5 Piazza area. On this side of the piazza are 3 shops: the watch store, the handbag store, and Effie Jewelers. On the port side is the location of the Cloud9 Beauty Salon. It is rather unusual to see a beauty salon in the piazza area of a ship, but you can still get your nails and hair done here. Next door to the salon is Hipfish Beauty and Hipfish Apparel stores. One final look at the Piazza San Marco, and now it's time to head aft. Aft of the piazza begins a corridor with many venues. To the right, or port side, is Bonsai Teppanyaki. This restaurant provides more than a meal, it is a performance. The upcharge for this is $57.82 for dinner and $46.02 for lunch. That is gratuity inclusive. Across the hall, starboard side, is Piano Bar 88. This venue hosts a piano player who will take requests for songs and is open until very late. Further aft, we come to the overlook to the casino down on deck 4. The enclosure keeps the smoke out of this area. Port side of the overlook is Carnival Specialty Dining Steakhouse, Fahrenheit 555. This venue is open only at dinner and has a cover charge of about $52. Across the hall, starboard side, is Bonsai Sushi. It is open for lunch on sea days and every evening for dinner. This is an a la carte dining venue and prices are posted. Aft of Bonsai is the midship stairwell and the Amari bar. Amari is a category of bittersweet liquors primarily served as a digestive. Heading aft, we come to another hallway. To the right is another shop, Hipfish Accessories. Heading aft again, we arrive at another exit to the outdoor promenade, or should I say lanai, because that's what it's called on this ship. And I promise we will go outside at the next door we come to. To the right is Frizzante, the Italian wine bar and lounging area. Also in this location is Il Viaggio, the Italian specialty dining restaurant. This Italian restaurant with its white linen tablecloths is definitely an elevated experience. The cover charge for this restaurant is $42. Heading aft again, we pass another shop, Hipfish Sunglasses, and arrive at Pixels Gallery, where you can purchase photos taken of you throughout the cruise. We have now arrived at a very popular area, the Gondola Bar and Lounge. From this area, there is easy access to the lanai from both the starboard side here and on the port side, on the other side of this lounge. This lounge is used for trivia, crafts, dance classes, karaoke, events such as Build-A-Bear and Sousa Palooza Parade, and nightly live entertainment. This area here sells empanadas in the evening. This beautiful screen can be mesmerizing. What a tribute to Venice, Italy. Now it is time to exit the revolving doors and check out the lanai. We are entering the lanai from here. The walkway is accessible to all guests from this point to all the way forward and around to the comparable spot on the port side of the ship. The area after this point is open to guests staying in the Terrazza staterooms. I will show you that area a little bit later. Heading forward on the starboard side, you will notice the lanai offers a great place to walk and lounge while enjoying great ocean views. Here on the starboard side is a lunchtime venue, La Strada. This is included in your fare and is open on sea days. There was always a huge line here, so we never tried it. There's no time to walk all the way around at a normal pace, so let's speed things up a bit. A lot of neat places to sit and lounge. There is a smoking section here on the starboard side. Here at the front, there are great forward-facing views. Decks 6 and 7 also have observation decks, and you can access them from these stairs. A quick glimpse at Deck 6 forward. and then deck 7 forward. Be careful what you do here, the bridge is right up there. Time to descend back down to deck 5. A quick glimpse starboard. And we now continue around to the port side. This lanai is so unique and beautiful, unlike any other promenade deck on other ships I've cruised on. Port side lanai is much like the starboard side, with great seating options and great views. It did, however, seem to be less crowded on this side, likely due to the starboard side being the smoking area and location of the La Strada Grill. If only there was access to the entire deck to walk all the way around the ship. But since there is no access, we are going to enter back into the gondola lounge here and see one more area on deck 5. After the gondola lounge is an entrance to the Terrazza staterooms, and we arrive at the aft stairwell and the location of the Carnival lounge and bar. This lounge is open to all guests throughout the day, but it is closed during breakfast times as it serves guests staying in the Terrazza staterooms. In the evening, this lounge hosts live music. After this lounge is an exclusive veranda for Terrazza stateroom guests. A wristband is required to access this area before 7 p.m. I was able to tape a little of this area on embarkation day. Immediately outside and to the right is a bar. This is the Carnival bar. There is a hot tub on the starboard side and one here on the port side as well. There are walkways on both port and starboard sides, and oddly enough, the Terrazza stateroom verandas open out onto these walkways. Not sure I would like one of these veranda rooms. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. Here is a view looking down from deck 10 above. Time now to head back to the forward stairwell. Decks 6, 7, 8, and 9 are passenger cabin decks. Deck 9, like deck 6 and 7, has an observation deck all the way forward. You are not going to miss this, so I'm going to show you how to get there. From the forward stairwell, take the portside hallway all the way forward until you come to this doorway. Exiting these doors takes you out onto an observation deck situated above the bridge. Both port side and starboard sides have bridge wings that give great simultaneous aft and forward-facing views. Great for sailaways and sailing into ports of call. Midway across the deck is a stairway that leads up to deck 10. Deck 10 is a deck with cabins in the forward section, the Lido pool and the buffet midship, and the Burano pool at the aft. Up here on the observation deck, we get another great look forward. But now it is time to check out the rest of deck 10. Heading port side, we come to the door that will take us inside. There is a door like this one on the starboard side as well. Passing staterooms and back at the forward stairwell, we pass the elevators and arrive at the entry to the pool deck. As we get ready to enter, let me say, you may notice it is rather dark. That is because I had to videotape this area very early in the morning in order to be true to my commitment to avoid taping other guests. I will try to show clips of this area during daylight hours as much as possible when the sun is shining. We have now arrived at the Lido pool deck. Right now, this area is quiet, but in a couple of hours, this place will be hopping. Now, let's talk about what is in this area. From the middle here, one quick pan around to get a feel for this area. You will notice, like the rest of this beautiful ship, it is not like most cruise ships. It almost feels like a European village rather than a cruise ship. It does open up to a second level up on deck 11, and the retractable roof is open for viewing from deck 12 as well. Now the particulars. Starting with the starboard side, this is Java Blue, the specialty coffee bar. Specialty coffees are not included in the cruise fare. Java Blue also sells ice cream and other pastries and desserts. Aft of Java Blue are tables and chairs for mealtime seating. And before heading further aft, we swing back around to our right and see what makes this the pool deck. The Lido pool, of course. Pretty area, but the pool is small and there are not a lot of loungers around the pool. Forward of the pool is the stage and movie screen. Besides movies and sporting events, here they host the sail-away party, events and activities, live music and DJ music, and the filming of the cruise director's daily show is filmed on stage. This area in front of the stage is used for exercise classes in the morning, but throughout the day, loungers are set up in front of the stage. Aft and still on the starboard side is the ever-popular Guy's Burger joint. For our cruise, it was open from about noon until 5:30 or 6 p.m., and it is included in the cruise fare. The day we ate here, we arrived a little before opening time and were served right away. Yum! Love this burger joint. For reference purposes, Guy's Burger joint is just starboard of the midship stairwell. Port side of the midship stairwell is Tomodoro's. It is what Carnival Venezia likes to call a Mex-Italian quick service restaurant. It features things like meatballs and Sicilian chicken, as well as traditional Mexican tacos and burritos. At breakfast time, you can get breakfast burritos here as well. We ate here a couple times throughout the cruise, and to be quite honest, I was not as impressed with it here as I was when I was on this Carnival Sunshine 2.5 years ago. Forward of Tomodoro's is more seating, and the location of the Rococo Bar. This bar specializes in frozen drinks and is Venezia's version of the Red Frog and Blue Iguana bars on other Carnival ships. Now it is time to head aft and check out the Lido Marketplace buffet. Heading into the buffet on the starboard side, immediately inside is Swirls. This station, as well as its twin on the port side, offers nearly all-day self-service ice cream and frozen yogurt. This is the highlight of the buffet, in my opinion. After Swirls, we come to the first of two main aisles connecting starboard and port side. A drink station is here, some seating in the middle, and then we come to the aisle's buffet line. During our cruise, the head of the buffet line began here, and another began on the port side, and they met in the middle. Of course, there is seating next to the windows. The second aisle has a hand-washing sink, a buffet line to the right, cereal and condiment station to the left depending on the time of day, and in the middle to the left is the bread pastry section for breakfast and the dessert and specialty diets area the rest of the day. To the right is the omelet station for breakfast, but later it will become the Carnival Deli, and it can be pretty busy. As we continue aft, we pass another drink station, more seating, and that area straight ahead is the aft stairwell. There are restrooms located in that area. We now find ourselves at the Burano Sunshine Deck. Immediately to the right is the Seafood Shack. This venue serves seafood in the evenings for an extra charge, but at lunchtime it is a complimentary Asian dining venue. As we continue around to check out the pool and bar in this area, I was able to get some daylight footage without a lot of people. Besides the bar, this area has a small pool, 2 hot tubs, poolside and aft railing loungers, stairs to access the upper decks, and plenty of views of the wake of the ship. Heading forward on the port side before entering the buffet, we come to Pizzeria di Capitano. We had the pizza once while on this cruise, and it was pretty good pizza. It is one of the complimentary dining venues that is open till late. As we make our way through the buffet to head back to the forward stairwell, let me give my quick review of the buffet. We only ate lunch here a couple of times, but we did come through on occasion to see what was offered. This buffet is rather small and can get pretty congested. I felt there was limited variety and the food was somewhat lacking in quality. The one thing we eat the most of from a cruise ship buffet is a salad from the salad bar. Unfortunately, Venezia's salad bar was very, very limited. Now it's time to head back to the forward stairwell and head up to Deck 11 to continue our tour.
Deck 11 has passenger cabins in the forward section and public spaces midship and towards the aft. From the forward stairwell, we head aft via the starboard side cabin hallway. As we approach midship, the automatic door opens and we enter the upper level of the pool deck. A lot of great seating areas and great views of the pool deck and Carnival Seaside Theater below. This unique area offers many lounging areas with great ocean views on one side of the walkway and great pool overlook views on the other. I love this deck. In this area, you'll find tables and chairs for eating. This area is where you will find bocce ball, as well as Chinese checkers, foosball tables, and ping pong tables. At the midship elevators is the location of the stairs up to the warehouse arcade, which is located on Deck 12. It's also the location of Camp Ocean, the area for children ages 0 to 11 years old. There are designated areas for each age group. Turtles are for the babies, penguins for ages 2 to 5, stingrays for ages 6 to 8, and sharks for ages 9 to 11. Cute little reading area. And of course, with the Dr. Seuss theme. There is an outdoor play area on the other side of that glass, and this is what it looks like. There is another outdoor play area on the port side as well. Very cute and inviting for the young cruisers. Leaving Camp Ocean and the midship stairwell, we return to the upper pool deck area and head back to the starboard side out onto the sun deck, which will take us to the back of the ship. We are approaching the smoking section, which is always very busy. Out of respect to our fellow cruisers, we will skip that area and go straight to the sports court just aft of the smoking area. Continuing aft, we pass stairs leading up to Deck 12 and arrive at the sun deck overlooking the Deck 10 Burano pool area. Stairs leading to Deck 10 are just ahead. Great place to lounge and get awesome views of the pool below and the ship's wake. Continuing to the port side and heading forward, passing stairs up to Deck 12. More loungers and the sports court. Another outdoor play area for children. More loungers. We find ourselves back at the upper level of the pool deck. Just inside is the pergola bar, thus the pergola we see here. Like the starboard side, there is seating areas on this side of the ship as well. And here you will find board games that you can use. We are now back at the forward passenger cabins, and we will make our way to the forward stairwell and up to Deck 12. Deck 12 has some cabins at the front, but is otherwise a deck of public spaces. Coming off the stairs and heading left, we come to the entrance to the Cloud 9 Spa and Fitness Center. Heading forward, we come to the reception area. A hallway on the right leads to the relaxation lounge and spa treatment rooms. Heading further forward, we come to a consultation room. And to the left is a hallway to spa treatment rooms and the men's locker room, sauna and spa. We are going to head right and visit the women's locker room, spa and sauna. To the right is a hallway to the relaxation lounge and lobby. And we pass spa treatment rooms on the left. And now arrive at the women's locker room. Inside, there is a restroom straight ahead, and to the left is the shower and locker room area. To the right is the location of the spa hot tub and sauna. Great ocean views in this relaxation area. And guess what? All of this is open for all guests at no additional charge. Exiting the locker room, we're back at the center hallway. We head towards the men's area and turn right and head forward and come to the fitness center. Plenty of equipment and great ocean views. Exiting the fitness center, back at the forward stairwell, there are small hallways port side and starboard side with a handful of passenger cabins. Doors lead out to the sun deck, but we are going to head out via the stairwell. We are about to enter Carnival Waterworks. Just outside, we pass stairs up to Deck 14 and arrive at the splash pad and exit of one of the slides. Swinging around here, we see that Decks 14 and 15 can be accessed from the outside stairs as well. The slide that terminates here is accessed from Deck 15, and the other two slides are accessed from what would be equivalent to Deck 16. We will see them a little bit later. Aft of the waterworks is the overlook to the Lido pool. And surrounding this area and the area after this is the jogging track. Time to head aft and check out some other areas on this deck. We pass a couple areas we will take a look at once we are on the starboard side. At the back of this deck, as we come to the overlook of the Burano pool and the wake of the ship, there is an outdoor fitness area here on the port side and here on the starboard side. Heading forward on the starboard side, we pass the overlook to the sports court on Deck 11 and come to the sports square. Before we check out what is offered here, let's head into the warehouse to check out the arcade. You can use your Sail and Sign card to play these games. Prices range 75 cents to $2 to play. Back outside, we come to the sports square and the location to pick up your golf club and golf ball to play the 9-hole mini golf course on this ship. Holes 1, 2, and 3 are located here on Deck 12. To access the other holes, we must climb these stairs up to Deck 14. Here we have holes 4, 5, 6, and 7. Also up on this deck is the location of the entrance to the ropes course. There's a better viewing area of the ropes course here. There are 2 courses you can choose from. You must have closed-toed shoes to enjoy this activity. Also in this area is a life-size chessboard. Heading down the port side stairs, we come to the final 2 mini golf holes, hole 8 and 9. There is also a cornhole game set up here. Continue starboard and forward. We pass the overlook down to decks 10 and 11. That is a retractable roof. Even though we had a couple rainy days, that was never closed on our cruise. We now arrive back at Waterworks on the starboard side. These are the slide exits. And here's the splash pad area for the young children. And I've seen some adults using this area to cool off as well. Another view of how to access decks 14 and 15 above, but we are going to head back into the inside stairwell and head up to deck 14 from there. Deck 14 is split into sections. We just saw the midship area with the mini golf and ropes course. Deck 14 forward is the location of passenger cabins. Heading aft on the starboard hallway, we exit onto a small outdoor sun deck area. For our cruise, we never saw any cushions on these loungers or people using them. I even asked the attendant in Serenity about it, and she said they're not available. Returning to the forward stairwell via the portside hallway, we make our way up to deck 15. Deck 15 is only in the forward section of the ship, and it is the location of Serenity, the adult-only area. We are accessing this area from the forward stairwell on the starboard side, but the stairs up from decks 12 and 14 sun decks will also access this area from both starboard and port side. This area is very popular and is very heavily used. Lots of different kinds of loungers. There's great views from here. There are even 2 large rectangular hot tubs, one starboard and one port side. Like the Lido pool deck, a key card is required to check out beach towels. An attendant is available. The Serenity Bar services this area. Unlike the starboard hot tub, which is full of people right now, the portside hot tub here is empty. This is a pretty good size hot tub. Heading aft, we pass more loungers. The access to the forward stairwell. And arrive at the exit. Yes, I tried these slides this week. 58 years old and I still like water slides. We have one final stop on this tour, and that is up these stairs. Up here, the equivalent of what could be considered deck 16 if there was a deck 16 on the ship is the location of the entrance to 2 slides. Care to race your companion? You can do that from these slides. Access to these slides is not the only thing this area has to offer. How about this stunning view of this beautiful, uniquely styled ship? What a great way to end this tour of the Carnival Venezia. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. We do read those comments. Until next time, God bless and safe cruising.